that's focused on empowering young people within West Nile and advocating for their rights. We have been working closely with other organizations, including, of course, Faraj, in organizing this event. And this is not the first event that we have. Last year, we did have the same event that took place at Muni University, and it was graced by the MP for Aivu East constituency. That's none other than Atiku Bernard. West Nile Youth Empowerment is a youth-led organization that is for all of us. And I really want to thank Faraja Foundation Africa for this initiative. It's a platform that has really empowered many young people, including I and many others, to speak out on the issues that affect young people within their regions. Therefore, to me, as I said earlier on, I'm not coming to give a speech. I'm here to tell you, young people of West Nile, that it's our day. Let's try to bring out the issues that is affecting the young people within West Nile. Many times we have not come together like this. So if we come together, if there is a platform that brings us together like this, it's important for us to bring out the issues that affect the young people within West Nile. Many times when we are called like this, we don't bring in the issues that affect young people within our respective districts. But now I urge us that today that we have such a platform that has been organized for us by Faraja, that we need to use it accurately. We need to make sure we use this platform to broaden the issues, to make sure how can we engage our respective local governments? How can we engage the local government of Nebi? How can we engage the local government of Arua City? How can we engage the local governments of Koboko? How can we engage the various local governments that we have here to advocate for youth issues? Are youth issues within West Nile being listened to? Are youth issues being heard? Are youth being considered a very vital people within their localities? That is why we are here. Therefore, my honorable members, we are going to share issues. And the issues that we are going to share are not our personal issues. These are issues that come out from your respective constituencies. I therefore urge you to speak out on these issues. Don't sit down. Don't say you are only here to represent and you are not going to talk. Let's bring out these issues and we present them. After this, I believe also Faraja has organized the national function where some of these issues will also be taken at a national level. Therefore, it's very important to me to see that we bring out some of these issues. With us, we have various youth leaders. We have youth leaders that come from Zombo. We have youth leaders that come from Koboko. We also have youth leaders that come as far as Pakwach, Arua, of course, Madio Kolo, not forgetting Madio Kolo, and also Moyo, and partly Yumbe. So briefly, that's the number of people that we have here. So I thank you very much. And as we continue conversing, there are many other things that we'll share more. Thank you very much.
Let's add him another round of applause. Thank you very much, Yasin, for making this day colorful. Maybe what he forgot to mention, we also have young people who are online, so in their respective constituencies. You're most welcome. And I hope the host, you'll be giving us issues and that are coming from young people who are online. Let us have a representative from Faraja to give us the overview of this parliament. Why are we here? And in the past, what are some of the key achievements have we registered as the Youth Moot Parliament, and lessons learned, good practices moving forward? Thank you very much. I know I'm reliably informed we're to have a speech from Action Aid, and it will be given because I'm moderating the session. As we move forward, I'll be passing out that communication. Thank you very much. Faraja team, you're most welcome.
Good morning, honorable members of parliament, to our dear guest of honor, the LC5 chairperson, and to our dear host, the youth councillor, we are glad to have you here at this moment. At this juncture, I would like to recognize the people who have joined us online, our dear honorable members of parliament watching online from wherever we are really very grateful. Thank you to our partners for making this possible. So today my name is Maganda Patricia Gift, and I'm standing here on behalf of Faraja Africa Foundation, one of the partners that have made this possible. Maybe to correct what my colleague has been saying, the reason that's why we're having the National Youth Parliament together is because a consortium that is called the Platform for Youth Inclusion in Politics came up with this idea of having the young people engaged in key decision-making processes by giving them a safe space or a safe platform where they can discuss issues affecting them in their different regions. So initially, we used to hold it as the National Youth Parliament, where we used to gather over 400 young people from all over Uganda in one space. But due to the pandemic, or the COVID-19 pandemic that came last year in 2020, we had some changes. So we came up with the idea that we should have regional youth parliaments in each region, where we can at least have the 20 people gathering to observe the standard operating procedures, and then the others joining in online to ensure that we still have young people engaged in the same way. So last year was our first sitting of the regional youth parliaments in all regions in Uganda, and today is our second sitting of the West Nile Sub-Region Youth Parliament. So as we are here today, I just want to acknowledge us, or to thank us for being here, and I want to request all of you to participate meaningfully. The young people online, please make sure that you participate meaningfully. Let us get your voices, because after this, from here is where we get issues or resolutions that we have to table to the National Youth Parliament, which are then pushed further for ensuring that we get advocacy and ensuring that these issues are handled by the people in the decision-making, the upper key decision makers. Yeah. So my colleague is going to highlight about the achievements that we have gotten ever since we started the Youth Parliament from 2018, so that some of you can get to know why we are here. And with all that said and done, I will not really say much. Maybe just to make a small clarity, like my colleague already said, Robert Asimwe, about this year's theme. It's Youth at Crossroads, Quest for Decent Livelihood amidst the threat of climate change, amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. So you find that this theme was brought up as a result of the current situation that we are living in as a country. We have been affected by the pandemic. Our livelihoods are not really the same like they used to be. And you find that even the education sector has been affected. Climate change is not the same. So I just want to request all of us, as we're debating our motions, let us really have a meaningful debate, objective and non-violent, so that we can get to achieve a good target at the end as young people. Thank you so much, and I wish you safe deliberations.
Thank you very much. I was also reliably informed that Mr. Abaho, you will take us through the achievements of the Youth Parliament. I think on record for Chairman LC5, the youth leaders who are here, and for those who are participating in this Parliament for the first time, at least they need to know the background and what we have achieved. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Brighton Abaho. I work with the Center for Policy Analysis. I work on the program called Parliament Watch. Basically, we do a lot of parliamentary work in regard to extending parliament to the civilians. So basically, I'm going to talk about the successes of the National Youth Parliament. The National Youth Parliament started in the year 2018. And when the National Youth Parliament started in 2018, the idea was to have young people come together and deliberate on the issues that are affecting young people. And the idea was, after every session of the National Youth Parliament, these resolutions by the young people are presented to the decision makers. Decision makers including the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, and most of these resolutions are always presented to the office of the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda. Not just the office of the Speaker. I'm sure we are all aware of the youth members of Parliament. In Parliament of Uganda, we have the Uganda Youth Parliamentary, the youth cluster on youth affairs. So when our youth members of Parliament come together, they debate or discuss about the different resolutions that we present as young people. So from 2018, different resolutions have been made, and most of them have been worked on. For example, we have always been talking about meaningful and active participation of young people in politics. And we have had a lot of things being done in this regard, because in 2018 and 2019, we petitioned Parliament of Uganda and the government to have young people actively and meaningfully participate in politics. And this led to the amendment of the different laws. For example, the Local Government Act, which was amended to enable or facilitate young people to compete or stand for positions such as chairperson LC3. Previously, before the amendment of the Local Council Act, young people below the age of 30 could not stand for the position of chairperson LC3 or seated vision mayors. But after that amendment, young people are able to do what? And this is because of, this was through the National Youth Parliament, because of what we were putting to the government. The other thing is that we all know from the recently concluded elections, we saw a young man, a 24-year-old, one John Katumba, contest for the position of president. This was after the amendment of Article 102B of the Constitution, which allowed young people, a youth, to compete or to stand for the position of president. That notwithstanding, there are other achievements that have been made. We remember after the outbreak of COVID-19, we had an increase in the number of teenage pregnancies in the country as a result of closure of schools. In April, we had the former MP for Mitoma, Honorable Jova Kamateka, move a motion for Parliament to urgently intervene in the increase of teenage pregnancies in the country. And I can assure you that when this motion was brought to Parliament and it was passed, a lot of work is being done for the government to address the issues in regard to the increase of teenage pregnancies in the country. In 2020, during the National Youth Parliament, young people talked about the issue of climate change. And from that time, we have had the National Climate Change Bill passed into law, which has recently been assented to by the President. We now have the National Climate Change. So we believe that with the regional and national youth parliaments, we shall have a lot to achieve. That is, if we come and we speak with passion in regard to things that are affecting the young people. So, like my colleague Patricia already mentioned, when we come to this place, we need to make sure, we need to speak about those issues that are affecting the young people. For example, we have the issue of the National Youth Council. Many of us are saying the National Youth Council is, these are issues that we really need to bring out from here. Let them be on record from here, from the Regional Youth Parliament, such that, because at the end of the day, these resolutions are presented to the decision makers of the country. Not just the members of Parliament, but also the relevant stakeholders, including the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, which is in charge, where the youth affairs are handled by the government. So we expect each one of us to let us speak with passion, and allow me to take this opportunity to say thank you and wish you well in your deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Avaho. As he said, let us speak with passion. I will add on, let us speak with lived experience, because we are the people who suffer from the impacts of these issues, so we should speak with lived experiences. And our leaders are here to take note of those concerns, and they are charged with planning for us. So let us speak up. Thank you very much. Without wasting any time, you will join me to welcome the chairman LC5, Nebi District Local Government, to give opening remarks. Then we get into the voting of the speaker. Thank you very much. You're most welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you, everyone. All protocols remain observed. And my name is Orombi Emmanuel, the district chairperson for Nebi District Local Government. And as I introduced myself earlier, my appearance is like this. And as I earlier on introduced myself, former youth, but I served as the district youth council chairperson, but before I could finish, and then I joined. Before I could finish, I served between 2015 to 2019. Then when our late chairperson, a super LC5 of Nebi, late Ezra William Alenyo, passed on, and he was the oldest in Uganda, the oldest chairperson in Uganda, and then Nebi produced again the youngest during that time in Uganda. It was very unique. All